Hello, my name is Braxton Thornley, and I'm a senior technology trainer here at UEN. Now today I want to show you some of the media features that are available inside of Nearpod so that you can present information and content and ideas to students in a way that's interactive and engaging. Okay, so I am on my Nearpod homepage here, and I'm going to go ahead and launch the lesson builder, and today we'll create a lesson from scratch. And once I click that, you'll see that I have these three options, and today I'm going to select blank slide and activities. Now, once I click on that, the lesson builder will open, and I'm going to minimize the activities for now, and we're going to pay attention to some of these media items that you can see right here. Now, the first is the option to upload materials, where I can upload things that I already have saved to my computer. I can also add videos and make those interactive. I can add links to my lesson. I can add simulations to my lesson, and we'll look at those in a bit more detail later. I can also add 3D models that students can manipulate. I can add VR field trips, different sway activities and presentations, BBC videos, and brain breaks. So we have a lot of media options there. Today though, we're gonna start with our videos. So I'm going to add that to my lesson, and you'll see once I've done that, by default, the Nearpod video library is going to open up. But I can also select YouTube and just paste in a YouTube link that I've already found. I'm going to go ahead and add that here. Then I select the video and hit save, and now the video is going to be added to my lesson. Additionally though, I can play that video and fast forward through that video, and at any point in the video, I can click that add activity button and add some sort of open-ended question or multiple choice question to my video so that the video automatically pauses at that given point and asks students about the content that they should be learning from it. Now I'm going to add a new media element here. And again, I'm going to minimize activities, and I'm going to scroll down a little bit and select PhET simulations. Now the simulations in Nearpod focus primarily on math and science, but as you can see on this left-hand side, they have simulations for elementary students, middle school students, and high school students. Today though, I'm going to select this energy skate park simulation, and I'll click preview in the upper right-hand corner so we can see what it looks like. Now as this opens, you'll notice that I have this skateboarder, and I can drop them on the ramp, and then I can toggle on all these different options that allow me to collect data based on how this skateboarder is moving on that ramp. I do want to go back and add some more media options though. So again, I'm going to minimize activities, go to my media options, and now I'm going to select a 3D model. Now once I do that, Nearpod's 3D model library will open up, and I have a bunch of options, but today I'm going to choose the one of the Earth. Now once that loads, you could see that as a student, I could zoom in, I can zoom out, I can look at it at different angles, and this type of interactivity applies to all of the models in Nearpod. Now I'm going to go ahead and add another element here, and after I've minimized activities, I'm going to select VR field trip. Now the VR field trips essentially give you 360 views of really any place on Earth. Now students can't necessarily move around inside of these, but they do have the ability to change the angle that they're looking at things. So we could see this VR field trip of Machu Picchu. Within it, I can drag my cursor and see a 360 view from the top of Machu Picchu in Peru, which is pretty interesting, right? And I can build in all these different field trips depending on my context and what I'm teaching. Now, after you've had the chance to add in whatever media elements you need to teach your students about your content, then you're going to click Save and Exit, and your lesson should be all set. All right, so now hopefully you are more familiar with some of the media options that are available to you when you build a Nearpod lesson. Hopefully those options give you the ability to create lessons that are engaging and interactive for your students and get them excited to learn.